What's up, adventurers? Welcome back to the channel. Me and Bartholomew are honored to have you here tonight. I just want to say before I jump in that I really appreciate how much support you guys have shown and how much love you've shown for this series. So I think it goes without saying that tonight I'm diving back into the tales of Sweatbeard. Bartholomew's pulled up part 2 for me, so I'm just going to dive right into that. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, from user Material Jellyfish 42, Sweatbeard Part 2, Post-Rejection Woes and Unhealthy Obsession. I forgot my obligatory disclaimer. We know from last time that this story is going to get icky and gross, so if icky and gross is too much, that's okay. Maybe check out my pirate videos, they're a little more tame and a lot of fun. Okay, on to the story. Hey y'all, time for Sweatbeard Part 2. Cast list for this one, just me and Sweatbeard. Nice, easy. So I'll skip the descriptions and just get right into it. For character descriptions, you can find those in part 1. I'll link part 1 in the description for you guys. Last we left off, Sweatbeard had just professed his love to me, and I had rejected him. We had agreed not to let this make things weird between us, but that wouldn't last very long at all. Next I saw him was on a one-on-one hangout soon after the rejection to watch the movie Challengers. Sweatbeard picked it. Not familiar with Challengers. Is it a weird Neckbeard movie? You guys let me know in the comments. We already had plans and I didn't want to cancel on him, so I went despite not really wanting to. I showed up in jeans and a hoodie, and he shows up dressed really nice. Yeah, he thinks this is a date. Apparently he saw the mayor earlier that day for his job, and he remarked to me, "This outfit is more fancy than what I saw the mayor in." Okay, yeah, okay. Like weird flex, but all right. I'm fancier than the mayor. The mayor probably has other shit to worry about than hitting on their friends. We go to watch the movie, and for the full 2 hours, he leaned up right next to me, getting within 2 to 3 inches from me, fully breaching any personal space. Yeah, get out of my bubble, bro. Like, the only time that kind of closeness is acceptable with someone that you're not in a relationship with is if you go to the movies and those chairs are just squished right together anyway. And then one of you has the armrest and the other one gets the other armrest, because yeah. He continuously talked throughout the movie. Oh, I don't know which is worse, the touching or the talking. The touching, obviously. Leaning right into my ear to do so. I felt that. I felt that in my ear. The wet willy with his breath. And an overwhelming amount of his witty commentary were uncomfortable sexual comments. See, he's bringing it up in conversation, and he's initiating contact to try and make you relax around it. And he's just going to keep pushing it further. So shut it down right away. Cut his fingers off. He'd make a lot of jokes about wanting to get me pregnant. Does he know how this works? And wouldn't look right at me during any of the many sex scenes throughout the movie. He also tried holding my hand a few times. Cut his fingers off! At one point, he even went to put his arm around me, but stopped when he saw me glaring daggers at him. Simply laughing it off and going, "Could you imagine? I never have." I just felt really uncomfortable throughout the whole thing. Suffice to say, he very much saw this as a date, even though that's very much not what it was. To you, OP. But, like I said, he totally thought it was a date. From that point forward, his thought process became clear to me. He still had feelings, and he hasn't let them go yet. And this whole time he kept telling me how excited he was for me to heal from my old relationship. What, like he's waiting in the wings? Like as soon as you hit your healed quota, you're just gonna fall into his arms swooning? If anything, healing from old relationship trauma would make OP even more impervious to these sort of tactics. This would be sweet in any other context, but I knew he had ulterior motives. Yeah, nice guy syndrome. He'd constantly ask me for updates and continue to pry about whether or not I was ready to put myself out there again. After 2 weeks of that, I finally decided that I've had enough. Good. Cut his fingers off. If I didn't say something soon, he was just going to continue to keep this up. And so I finally took the advice of my mom and therapist and sent him a massive personal message That just amounted to me telling Sweatbeard that I am not interested in dating him and I only see him as a friend. That's what I said in the last episode. Say no forever. Tell him you will never be interested. I would have done it on a phone call, but I prefer text messages for these sort of things because I suck at speaking and didn't want to slip up or leave anything open for him to keep trying to pursue me. Yeah, that's a nice thing about texting, is you can take the time to formulate your thoughts and choose your words carefully and discerningly. Sometimes even when I'm in like normal conversations, I will pause for a moment. And I'm lucky that the girl I'm seeing right now is very understanding of that, because I've had partners in the past that just talk over you and they don't let you think. And then you try and just spit shit out fast to get your point out. And then you end up saying something stupid because you panicked and you didn't take the time to formulate your thoughts correctly. So having someone there who lets you think and lets you talk at a pace that you're comfortable with is a boon. It's a blessing. But I'm kind of going on a personal tangent here. Also, because this text involved me talking in detail about my abusive relationship, something I really struggled to do out loud. Yeah, that's understandable too. Some things are hard to talk about, and some people just have trouble expressing emotions. So I get that. Having a text for you to really put your thoughts down on paper, He poutily accepted my declaration, and he would actually end up backing off a little bit. Okay, for how long though? Within my declaration, I had told him straight up that I needed space. I already had a lot going on in my life at the time, and this shit was stressing me out. I had begun doing my best to try and avoid Sweatbeard until he got over his feelings for me. That's probably a good idea, OP. This proved to be difficult, because Sweatbeard was really insisting on hanging out one-on-one. Even after I told him outright that I needed space, he'd still text me like, "I know you're taking time for yourself, but I'm really struggling mentally right now, and I could really use a J hangout." I stood firm and doubled down on needing space. The compromise we had reached was that we'd see each other in person during group hangouts, and we'd talk on the phone every so often so I could still be there to help him through whatever's going on. What was supposed to be an occasional phone call turned into Sweatbeard calling me at least 3 times a day, sometimes up to 7, if I was busy or slow to pick up the phone. Bro, I don't like making 1 phone call in a day. I don't know how he expects you to talk 3 times a day. Holy jumping. It was really weird to me how insistent he was on seemingly only talking to me about what was going on. Yeah, that's all he actually cares about. And like, I don't think he actually even cares about your mental health or what's going on with you. He's just waiting for the door to open for him. Just tell him the door's locked. He'll probably try and squeeze through the dog door or something though. Despite everything I've told you all so far, Sweatbeard is generally pretty well liked by a lot of people. He had so many people he could go to for help, but he was insistent on talking to the person who has told him on multiple occasions that she needs space. Not only that, but this motherfucker actually used our phone calls as an outlet to vent about me rejecting him. Venting to you? About you?
That does not make sense.
How does he expect you to commiserate with that? Yeah, I suck, man. You're right. I'm a total bitch. Like, I should totally date you. You're right. God, the fucking delusion on this boy. I don't know if it's crazy of me to say, but if someone rejects you and you want to complain about it, you probably shouldn't complain to the person who rejected you. But yeah, that's what he did. Not the brightest bulb on the Hanukkah tree, this one. His reasoning behind it was because we always used to talk about developments in our love life. You were my go-to person for that stuff, and I don't want to lose that. Understandable under literally any other circumstance, but not this. Actually, what the fuck? Our phone combos would mostly go like this. I don't know. I'm getting my fedora. Method acting. I need the hat to get into the beard space. Yes, this is a relic from my past. My own neckbeard past. I'd like to think that now I know how to properly approach people and not be weird about it. I'm still a nerd and cringy, but less so now. Or I embrace it. Okay, wait. Yeah. I don't know, I'm just having a really hard time handling your rejections. Yeah, but you'll get over it. I believe in you. You don't understand. These feelings are the strongest I've had for anyone. Ever. Sucks, dude. Take your time, though. These things take time to get over. I'm really mentally struggling. This sucks. This all sucks. Yeah, sorry about that. Or some variation of that. These phone calls lasted anywhere from 25 minutes to 2 hours. God, imagine saying that shit just over and over again for 2 hours. I'd hang up. Or I'd put the phone down and walk away. Only ending because I'd get tired and make up some bullshit about my mom needing me to help her or something. Just have your mom's voice calling your name on like a soundboard. So whenever he calls, after like 5 minutes, you just start pushing the button of your mom calling your name. And it's like, oh, I gotta go, sorry, bye. You're welcome, OP. You can use that. During one of these calls, he started talking about how much he misses hanging out in person. We had been hanging out in groups like we said we would, but he really wanted to hang out one-on-one. I told him no, again, but he hits me with this. Too many dangly bits. Jay, I really think we should meet in person. I've been thinking about it a lot. And I really want to talk this through one last time so I could get closure on the whole situation. I don't know, girl. This feels like a trap.
It's a trap!
I don't genuinely believe that he thinks this is the last time. Or maybe he thinks it's the last time you're going to have this conversation because you're going to fall in love with him madly and you guys are just going to be dating from now on and you'll never have to have this conversation again. Maybe that's what's going through his mind. Because I really don't think that he's genuinely trying to get over it and trying to move past his feelings. I think he is trying to get you in a situation alone. Okay. Had some technical difficulties. Where was I? Oh yeah, he wanted to meet in person one last time. Okay. I thought this would be a pretty good idea. All things considered, I wanted nothing more than for him to get over his feelings and finally leave me alone. I was really hopeful that this would go well and we could salvage our previous friendship. That did not happen.
Oh, there's a big surprise! That's an incredible... I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from that surprise!
We go to his house and sit down to talk. Immediately, within 5 minutes of talking to him, I could tell he was trying to manipulate me into changing my answer. Of course he is. He keeps saying things like, "You made your choice and that's okay, even though I obviously would be much less depressed if it worked out." Bruh, that's manipulative as fuck. "My friends and siblings were really rooting for us and I feel bad letting them down, but it's okay, I guess." Bruh, like, what are you doing? That's transparent as shit, bro. Like, you're trying to guilt trip her into liking you? That's not how anything works. Guilt tripping someone into doing something only makes them resent that thing more. So, yeah, what? She gives you a pity relationship and just thinks you're a piece of shit the whole time? Is that what you want? Yeah, that actually is probably what he wants. He doesn't care. He just wants to get in the panties. So, fucking Gooner got one thing on his brain. I genuinely could not get a word in. Like I was talking about before. It sucks when people don't listen to you. It was just 45 minutes of this sweaty, incredibly repetitive man yapping my fucking ear off, talking about how he's supposedly over me, despite continuously making not so subtle attempts to make me change my answer. Is that really how you want to start a relationship, bro? You want to like force them into it? It's like using hypnosis or friggin' like love potion magic or some shit. It's not gonna be real. And you're just gonna end up both hating each other. Or you just not giving a fuck and her hating you. So, this isn't the way, bro. But then he tells me something that really pisses me off. Oh, just then? After about 45 minutes of talking, this interaction happens. "The way you texted me was really mature and well worded. Even though I obviously would have preferred it in person, but I know you're comfortable with texting, so it's fine, I guess. God, bro. I'm glad you think so. I just wanted to make sure I was clear and nothing was miscommunicated. You were OP, you were clear, and you communicated very well. I mean, I haven't read the text, but he doesn't care. He doesn't speak English. He speaks fucking Neckbeard. You definitely did that. I've actually been showing pretty much all of my friends all of our text conversations from the last few weeks. They all agree you handled yourself mature. What? What? That is a huge breach of privacy, especially given the context of what you're talking about. That is fucked up, and I would cut this person out of my life. Cut his fingers off! Cut his fingers off! Then he can't text people your shit anymore. Holy crap. I'm sorry, what the fuck do you mean you've been showing all of your friends our private text conversations? Exactly! That is a huge breach of privacy. You think she's gonna fall in love with you now? Oh, the delusion on these boys. I understand showing 1 or 2 people to get advice, but y'all gotta understand that Sweatbeard has a lot of people he considers friends. Dude, like, I wouldn't even show my best friend. Like, maybe my best friend if I was really struggling. But like, stuff like that is between you and the person that you're, I wanted to say partner, but you're not his partner. But it's at similar level. Like, he's trying to be your partner, and he's just showing you that you can't trust him even a little bit. You can't trust him to maintain your boundaries or to respect what you've asked. And now you can't even trust him to keep your conversations private. If you guys get in a fight and you're in a relationship, what is he going to go tell people? He's going to talk shit. He's going to make them hate you, and that's not okay. Like, how does he think this is going to go? I'm sorry, this is getting me fucking heated. This means that every single vulnerable thing I've texted this guy, including opening up about my abusive relationship and going into pretty graphic detail about it, was paraded around to what I would later find out was 17 total people? Dude. Hopefully those 17 people are also your friends and they understand that what he did is kind of fucked up and a huge breach of privacy. And I hope that your 17 friends told him, nah, I don't want to see that, and maybe fuck off. But steel sharpens steel, and neckbeards hang out with neckbeards generally, or like neckbeard adjacents. So a total of 17 people, many of whom I didn't/don't know. Huh. Oops. Okay. That's got me feeling weird. Like, yeah, it sucks that he's telling strangers this shit, because then that's the only opinion of you they have. On the other side of the same coin, they are strangers. So, you'll probably never meet them, but that is not the point. The point is he's a fucking gooner. Go fuck yourself. Jesus. All right. Let's get through this. I immediately text my mom telling her to call me and act like it's an emergency. She does so 5 minutes later, and I immediately get the fuck out of there. Good, run. The entire ride home, I was seething. Yeah, me too. And I just did my best to blast music and forget about this incredibly inconsiderate violation of my privacy. Eventually, I calmed myself down, and I concluded that it was ultimately going to be okay because Sweatbeard got over his feelings for me, and this meant he would back off. OP, Jay, I love you. That's some naive bullshit right there, man. I don't know how old you are. I can't remember how old you are in this, if you said. But, yeah, no, that whole conversation was not about him moving on. That was about him trying to guilt you into caving to him. Because he's not over you. And he's not moved on. And you know what? He probably isn't going to for a while, because there's 2 more parts of the story that I have to get through. Not only did he not back off, but this behavior became egregious. Nice word. Enough that my friends began to take notice. I hope they did. The 17 of them. But yeah, I've been talking for a while, and I'll tell you all the rest of the tale in part 3 and 4, where I'll bring us to a conclusion. Liar! You're a liar, Jay. I know there's 4 parts. I'll try and have that out soon. Have a lovely rest of your day, y'all. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, man. Holy shit. He's clearly not over you, and he's just trying to, like... I scrambled my brains. I can't fucking think straight now. He's trying to treat you like the frog in the pot, right? He's slowly turning up that heat, hoping that you're not going to notice. But you're not a frog, OP. You're a fucking person, and people notice when the water starts getting hot. So I really hope nothing bad happens in parts 3 and 4. But this is not giving me hope. Protect your sanity, guys. Like, keep guys like this out of your life. Or girls like this. There's nice girls out there too. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if enjoyed is the right word, but I hope you were entertained. I had fun reading it, as I guess. It's so weird. I've listened to these kind of stories for years, and like, yeah, you chuckle and you cringe while you're listening to it, but reading it yourself hits different. Holy. But I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm having fun, and I hope you guys are having fun too. I'll be doing part 3 soon. Part 2 is probably gonna come out a lot sooner than I expected because of all the support you guys have been giving me, which does actually mean the whole world to me. I've been really enjoying this YouTube journey that I've started, and would love for it to continue into the future. So like and subscribe, leave a comment, get that algorithm friggin' working for me. Because I want to keep making these videos for you guys. And I want to make as many as I can. But you know what, I think that's going to be it for me and Bartholomew. I'm going to go take a shower and try and rinse the fucking grime off me. I got to take these beads out. I've had them in since I did the pirate video. Check out my pirate videos. They're a lot of fun. They're less cringy than this. And I just want to thank you guys all for coming out again and all your support, and I'll see you in part 3. Till then, drink some water, do some push-ups, shoot the clankers into space, and stay safe till next time.